everybody. Well, I did get the Wood Miser book out, read through it, and did find some adjustments that I figured I'd start with a clean slate, start over if you will. What I found is you have to start out by, right now I've got the mill covered because I was all set. I was in editing. That was when I found out this video didn't come out. But you start out and you run down your bed. You set your head at 14 3/4 inches. You measure from the top of the beds to the down set tooth on the blade, close to the inner blade guide, and make sure you're good there. Everything was all set. I didn't have to adjust any of the inside of the beds. What you do is you take your blade guide and put it all the way out to within a 1/2 inch of the full extension, and then you run down your beds measuring to the downset tooth at that outer blade guide and see what you got. And most of them were right on 14 3/4. However, the outer side of the head should be tipped back just a little bit. The outside measurement should be a 1/16 of an inch higher. So I didn't have to adjust any of the beds. They were good. What I had to do is I had to adjust the head tilt bolts. There's 2 bolts on the head that will actually tip it. So we got that taken care of. And then I moved on to making sure the back fences were square or perpendicular to the beds. And how you do that is Wood Miser will sell you bars to put on here. However, what I did is I took my 2 log ramps, being that they're both the same thickness. I checked them and they're both straight, laid them across the beds, and then basically just took a framing square, set it on the top of those, and ran it up this way. I think I have actual footage of that, but here I just wanted to show you how you adjust these back fences. This is a lock bolt. As you can see, this is an eccentric, and in here there's a hole for a 3/8 inch ratchet or breaker bar. I used a breaker bar. What you do is you loosen the bolt and then you rock this eccentric one way or the other, and what it does is it tips this in or out. So I got those all squared up with the bed. And then what I did is I put one of those 2 timbers that are the failed timbers. I put one back on the mill, ran another cut all 4 sides, and it's perfectly square. Well, I got Jim's timbers, and I happen to think I'm going to make this an all or nothing deal, Jim. But there's your heartwood. That one we had to kind of squeeze one side. And the same thing with this one. But we got them. So you get all the 1-inch stuff I got off it too, being that I didn't have any idea what size 1-inch stuff you wanted, if you wanted any. And I thought, well, being that I don't know what size you want, I know somebody up there ought to be able to run that sawmill. And this is a skinny end on this one, but I cut these 17 feet long, so you should have room to get what you need out of them. Anyway, so you're going to get all the 1-inch stuff. I figured you could train somebody from whatever chair you're sitting in with your foot up how to run your sawmill and edge them. So anyway, next project is to get the trailer. Got a couple boards on the floor of that need to be replaced. I think I'm just gonna replace them for now. I want to do the whole deck, but for right now I'm just going to replace those and get it registered and inspected, like I said earlier, and then get the stuff hauled up to you. Really appreciate everybody watching, and it's really neat that Jim's finally made it home. I'll probably take the camera along when we deliver the timbers. I'm not sure when that'll be, but it shouldn't be too long. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.